So you have a piano, you can practice.
Yeah, I can practice.
And a swimming pool.
Oh yeah,
as well.
and a beach is where
Oh,
I can
yeah,
go
the
to swim.
beach. So you can walk to the beach. Amazing, amazing.
Especially in the summer when water is...
האורח שלנו הפעם הוא דניל טריפונוב. שלום דניל.
שלום אריק.
מה שלומך?
I'm fine. How are you?
דניל הוא הזוכה בפרס הראשון בתחרות רובינשטיין, ואנחנו ננסה איתו ביחד לשחזר זיכרונות מהתחרות האחרונה שהוא זכה בה. I would like to share with you my first encounters with you. It was by the dossier. We sit in the screening committee of the Rubinstein competition, more than 200 applicants. You can imagine if you are in this committee, you have to select only 30. 200 applicants, all of them are very good, and then we see Daniil Trifonov. Oh, he's so young. Maybe too young? No, not too young. He's experienced, he won many prizes. Yeah, he played with many concerts. The dossier was impressive. So we took you, lucky us. That was our side. How was it on your side? How did you actually decide to go to Rubinstein competition?
Well, Rubinstein competition, it is incredibly famous, and it is very appreciated as one of the best competitions in the world. And I was really curious to participate. It was a very flexible program in this competition.
So was it the name of Rubinstein? Was it Israel?
It is, of course, it is also name of Rubinstein, Arthur Rubinstein. I love to hear his recording. And during preparation to...
It's so nice to have on your biography winner of the Rubinstein Prize, isn't it?
For me, it was a big honor to receive such a warm acceptance from the audience and the acclaim from jury.
Tell me, was it your first visit in Israel, or?
Once I was in Israel before in Telhai piano master classes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It was 2 years ago.
I see. So you came to Israel for the second time for the competition. Yes. Now, we always used to say that there is never a second chance for the first impression. So the first impression, how you present yourself in the first round, the first piece. And you decided to start with Scarlatti Sonata. Why so?
Well, this piece is very highly spiritual, and it can give a very good impression of colors in the stage, how acoustic works. And it also, this piece can help understand the piano very easily. This is a very good piece to feel the comfort with the audience.
I must say, from the point of view of the jury, this was a brilliant selection. You sat at the piano, you started the conversation with God, the spirituality was there, and we knew, oh boy, maybe he's going to win first prize. This was the first time we thought, he's not bad, he's not bad. This was so beautiful, Daniil. This
Thank you.
was like heart opener, you know. First you open the art, and then you can carry us with you to any territories you wish. And your wrist was so flexible.
Well, this piece, I think, is very helpful for relaxing the hands. And, you know, there is sometimes there are pieces which can tense you up a lot if you begin with them. But this piece can calm you and then make you understand the imagination.
And did you feel right away some good contact with the audience?
Well, the contact with the audience, it is something which artists don't notice from the beginning, because first should appear contact with the music. And if there is a contact with the music, then somehow it will be connected also with the audience.
Yeah, it's the music, it's the instrument, and hopefully...
There is no much time for analysis of. There is time only for intuition.
In the second round, you chose to play Chopin etudes.
Chopin etudes. It was very challenging for me, and my teacher, Sergei Babayan, he was a little bit scared, because I learned it. I started it almost 2 months before.
And the Scarlatti was also very fresh?
Scarlatti was the most fresh. It was it was 2 weeks, I think.
Amazing. And all Chopin etudes in 2 months?
Well, I played before number 18, G flat minor before.
And you like to play the complete etudes as one composition, the Opus 25?
I think it works really interesting as a cycle, and it has its own drama development. Etudes are wonderfully connected between each other in this opus.
Do you feel that those etudes are mainly for the technique?
Oh, not at all. They're, of course, they're increasingly demanding for technique, but it is amazing music.
You know, you see on the paper, oh, he's going to play 12 etudes. That looks like he's interested only in technique, in brilliance, in virtuosity.
But it is so romantic piece of art.
Sure, sure, not in the case of Chopin etudes and not in the style you played them. So let us hear one Chopin etude that you played just for the sake of music and pianism. Daniil, you mentioned that before Scarlatti you felt a little bit nervous, you said.
Yes,
tell us a little bit about the atmosphere among the contestants in the hotel. How was it?
You know, actually, atmosphere was really wonderful, because we were living just in front of a sea, in front of a beach, and we were having a really good time. We were going to the beach, we were walking in the park nearby, and
Yeah, all of you in one hotel.
Yes.
So that could be like a madhouse.
Well, before performance, it could set its own difficulties because you want to concentrate, you want a silence, and around you there is somebody playing from right to you, somebody from left.
Yeah, everybody had his practice piano in the hotel room.
Yes.
So if you walk in the corridor, you can spy and see how...
Yes, you can hear amazing symphony.
Yeah, and this is a good atmosphere, or actually you prefer quiet atmosphere?
Well, you know, in social terms, it was very good attitude because we were very good friends between contestants.
Not competitive at all, but if you are his friend and he's going to win, that's not good for you.
We were supporting each other.
Supportive.
And sometimes I was listening to...
I heard that among all the contestants, you were the most relaxed one, that you practiced very little, you went to the beach.
Well, maybe not very little, less than usually. I practice about 4 hours, but
that's
maybe
all.
5.
During the competition?
Well, it is important to keep hours, because competition always stress. It is all, even competition with such a wonderful atmosphere as Rubinstein competition, still it's a very tough experience for a performer.
Daniil, I suppose that some other contestants practiced 12 hours a day.
Oh, well, maybe, but there was also 2 contestants who are my friends, Stanislav Krysenko and Dmitry Levkovich. We studied also with my teacher.
I see.
They didn't pass to finals, but we spent a very good time.
When you walked on the beach and you could smell the Israeli atmosphere and weather, our climate, our sunshine, Rubinstein competition is during Passover, it's warming.
You know, the sun was one of the most important factors, because it gives, it relieves from stress, it gives so much power.
The next clip we are going to listen is a Ben Chaim pastoral, which has to do with the sun, with Israel Hamsin, kind of warm climate.
Yes, wonderful.
And I was wondering, how could you penetrate so easily to this Oriental style? Was it familiar with you?
Well, maybe I was inspired by the nature of Sde where Telchai Piano Master Classes was.
I see.
Where I participated. It's wonderful. It's in the desert, especially when it's evening, when it's sunset, and later you can see all the stars. And
so when you played the pastoral by Ben Chaim, you could visualize a Bedouin with his flute in the desert near Sde.
Oh, maybe. There was certainly the influence of
yeah,
nature.
I remember how impressed we were that the Russian boy coming from the snow of Moscow is now so much acclimatized with our style of music making,
well, but this is great music.
Yeah, Mediterranean music. Mediterranean music. This Ben Chaim music is the Mediterranean music. Daniil, in retrospect, how do you like your Ben Chaim?
Well, I just noticed, I listened to it, it is, there's something of Scriabin influence in my performance. Maybe I could do it with more, a little bit different. Now I would do it a little bit different,
But the Scriabin influence, you know, your education is your education, and if you see Scriabin in Ben Chaim, maybe he was influenced also.
It is very colorful. I see cold colors in this piece. It is, but there is also very interesting fluency.
We are progressing now in the competition, and we are reaching the stage where only 6 contestants are left, and each one is supposed to play chamber music, piano quintet. You played the Schumann quintet.
Yes, it was my first experience of quintets in life.
I see, you never played the Schumann quintet before?
I never played quintets.
Any quintet?
Yeah.
But you played other chamber music?
Yes, I played in a duo and trio.
Hey, what's your opinion about playing a piano quintet with how many rehearsals, 1 or 2?
I think we had one rehearsal night before and then one before performance.
Is it enough? Is it
the
real way of chamber music making?
Ariel Quartet, they are really wonderful musicians. We found the language very soon. Even on the first rehearsal, we felt very comfortable in a contact with each other.
So you believe that if there is a click, one rehearsal is enough?
Sometimes it can be even one rehearsal enough.
Yeah.
If there is good contact between performers, yes.
So let us just hear small part of last movement from the Schumann quintet with the Ariel quartet. And then, in the finals, we have to move to Man Auditorium. It's a huge hall.
Yes, it has a wonderful acoustic also.
Have you big experience now? Surely you have, but at the time, were you experienced in playing for large audience?
Oh, maybe. Well, I played several times in a Moscow Conservatory in some big halls.
In the Bolshoi Zal of the Moscow. Yeah, but it's much smaller than Man Auditorium.
Yeah, Man Auditorium is really impressive.
And you know, to play Mozart, on one hand should be intimate, but on the other hand, project the sound.
Yes, in such a big auditorium, it was not easy task to. We were speaking with tuner to how to make it.
You chose a Mozart concerto and a Chopin concerto. Two of them, so to speak, more lyrical.
Well, I had ideas maybe to play Liszt No. 1 or even to learn Rachmaninoff Rhapsody and Paganini theme.
How about Tchaikovsky?
Well, my teacher believed, Sergei Baban believed in Chopin.
Okay, and I share the feeling with her, or with him, that you are such a great lyricist. So let's hear one part of your Mozart. We chose the last movement, which is very brilliant. It sounds so experienced. I'm sure you played it a million times and learned it for 5 years.
It actually was one of most fresh pieces. I didn't even play it with second piano.
Amazing.
First time on stage.
Amazing. And then in the finals, you played the Chopin concerto, which I believe you played before.
I played quite a lot.
And you won the first prize. How was it?
It was. I was so excited. I was very nervous to the last moment. I hoped that my performance was successful, but I was nervous and I couldn't listen to myself. I played and well, I hoped that it went well, but
upon the finale of Chopin, did you have an inner voice which told you, I'm going to win now? You felt it?
Well, I was really happy with the reaction of the audience. They were so enthusiastic and...
Yeah, the reaction of the audience was incredible. I think that by that reaction of the audience, you were sure that you won.
I hope that I played successfully and that the jury will also like my performance as the audience did.
This was one of the rare moments that everybody knew you are going to win. Yourself, the public, the jury. So,
but still I was nervous to the last moment.
So let's watch the beginning of the Chopin concerto. Daniil, I'm still excited to watch it and to listen to it. You really opened our hearts. You started the competition with Scarlatti as a heart opener, and you finished it with Chopin, that the heart was overflowing. Thank you very much, and congratulations for the first prize. Well done. Chapeau.
תודה רבה. Thank you.